So the cards are out. Viffer is the most active player now officially with himself and Trickett. Played every pot but one, and this is kind of a real hand here for Viffer.
Yeah, until he just chooses to call. I think in a lot of spots, Viffer's going to be opening so wide, and he's going to be peeling so wide out of position. And generally, you can exploit that. So I'd like to see people not just calling too often against Viffer. I'd like to see people 3-betting a little more, and I think that would actually put the heat on Viffer a little bit. And he's not going to feel a lot of heat if people are just calling.
Right, then you're playing into his hands.
Exactly. Because now he's just going to barrel on so many flops, and you're never going to get to showdown. But if you can take the initiative, 3-bet, now you can start to, out-Viffer Viffer.
Nice flops for both Tilly and Trickett. Straight draws. Obviously, Sam's is better. He's not passing here. You like the raise? You like the call?
I think it's an option. I think you can play it either way, and I don't think there's necessarily a right or wrong. I tend to like to. It's just so opponent dependent, but a lot of times I like to raise just because you can rep so many things on the turn much easier.
Not a great card for Tilly's hand. Diamond, of course. Now gives Trickett the backdoor draw for the flush. And I love when Jennifer just barrels in there.
Yeah, and she's made kind of a small bet. And with the flush getting there and facing a small bet, I wouldn't be surprised if Trickett pops this turn. Because you got to be thinking, why would Tilly bet so small if she had a flush on the turn? So a lot of times you can just go ahead and rep the diamonds yourself.
Well, he's thinking the exact way you are.
Yeah.
And I think that is the one thing that we're going to start to see about Trickett that we didn't see last year, that people have been wondering about. He's playing the margins in the game. He's getting the decisions right. I mean, this is just a perfect time to raise.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think Tilly, really, the mistake she made in this hand was making such a small bet. If she goes ahead and makes a large bet on the turn, he can't really make that play with that kind of confidence. But when she leads out for something like that, it just looks like maybe like a weak jack or some weak draw that's trying to get cheap on the turn.
Hold on a second. What is she doing?
Wow.
Is she capable of this? Is it a good play? Hello!
Wow. Wow.
I love you, Jennifer Tilly.
Well, she's a lot smarter than me. She won up that whole little logic we had.
She had this plan when she bet the 550. That's why she bet small. She's now making it look like she tried to induce a raise. Is he going to buy it?
I think he is. I just don't think he's going to put Jennifer Tilly on a hand like this early in the stage. This is a highly sophisticated play, and you got to give Jennifer a lot of credit. This is something I didn't see out of her. I thought she made a bet that made things a lot more transparent, and she was going to get exploited. But it looks like actually she was setting Sam up to make a highly sophisticated play, and I really like this play by Jennifer Tilly.
How polarized is her range right now? Is it kings and ace high flushes? I mean, is that what it is, or can it be something a small flush? I mean,
well, yeah. I mean, Tilly is really repping like a nut type flush, like an ace high or at least a king high flush, because you wouldn't think. In fact, it's pretty much only the nuts, because she wouldn't raise back typically with like a queen 9 of diamonds or something like that.
The Tilly monster.
Take a little bit of that, Mr. Sam Trickett. Jennifer Tilly's in the house.